Hello everyone, I am Adam Harris and this is IC Markets Market Commentary. So I'd like to shine a light, so to speak, on a few charts that have caught my interest. So the very first thing that I want to do here is just quickly look at the euro dollar to talk about the state of the US dollar index in general and the euro dollar, which are very highly inversely correlated. And essentially what I can see happening at the moment is that euro dollar is range bound. It has roughly equal lows and highs. It's stuck between these levels. And for now, that would imply that this week, unless something big happens, there's not really going to be any change in that. Also worth noting, of course, is the 4th of July, which will be a US holiday, which means that volumes in the markets will be significantly lower. All right, moving on. Dollar yen. So my issue with most of the yen pairs is that they have become overextended on the weekly time frame, started to produce smaller and smaller candles, which usually implies that there's a weekly retracement on the horizon. What does that mean for the daily? It means that we're either going to go into a consolidation or we're going to change trend temporarily. So I'm a little bit more cautious on those. However, one of the currency pairs that has caught my attention indeed is Kiwi CAD. Aussie CAD has a similar structure, but Kiwi CAD has got a very similar low. I would generally call this a double bottom. We could also see some bullish divergence happening on both of the indicators. The implication here is that there's likely to be a change in direction and possibly a new trend on the horizon. So this week, what I'll be looking for are buying opportunities on Kiwi CAD to the upside. All right, then having a look at the global indices. The good news for me, from my perspective, is that the majority of these are looking much more bullish than bearish. You can see price hovering near the highs, producing a series of higher lows. You can see the MACD and the RSI are trending higher, so that supports a bullish sentiment, especially if we're looking on a monthly basis. We could see that even the last month was also a very nice bullish candle closing near the high. So what I'm looking for soon will be a breakout to the upside, break through these levels. If I look across, move across and have a look at, for example, the FTSE in the UK, we've also produced a bullish candle over the last week. Moving across, having a look at the DAX, also a very nice uptrend, pulling back, producing a nice bullish candle within the buy zone. So that is also a bullish signal. Then looking ahead to the Australian, the ASX index as well, you can see again another bullish candle. We've already broken the high of that, and so that's looking more bullish than bearish. I'm also going to introduce the Russell 2000. And this is producing a higher low with a very nice bullish candle from last week, close to breaking the high. So a few of these sitting at major levels, but breaks through those levels for me will provide some potential buying opportunities, especially if there's a retest or any kind of a pullback on, for day trading purposes, any kind of pullback to key levels, market structures. Then if I sort of move away from that and have a look at specific stocks, there's a great one that I really like the look of here, which is AMD. So this is Advanced Micro Devices. You can see a very nice pullback into the moving averages on the weekly as well. It's produced a nice bullish candle. We've actually started to break the high. Traditionally, especially with the 50, 20, and 10 in a bullish formation, traditionally this would imply that the market is likely to continue up this week, and therefore I'd be looking for some nice pullbacks and continuations to the upside for AMD. Then another one that I quite like the look of here as well is going to be Intel Core. Also, just they've produced a nice higher low on the daily, but it's really the weekly that starts to look quite good. We've pulled back into the previous high. If we look at it from a daily perspective, we're coming back and testing these levels of resistance as potential support. Comparing the two, I prefer AMD, but just highlighting that these types of setups or patterns are existing and they're more bullish than bearish, and that's really the crux of it. And then finally, finishing off on Ethereum. Do like both Bitcoin and Ethereum are looking nice and bullish, and here I have a higher low and a high high, and it looks as though it's breaking out to the upside, and I would like to see this continue on to the upside. So looking for any kind of pullbacks here, but most of this also looking nice and bullish. So I will leave you with that, and I was just going to say that on that note, please remember that trading is an evidence-based activity, and so I'm looking to build a case, at least by starting with the direction in which I expect the markets are signaling their intention to go, and then looking for reasonable entry and lower risk-reward setups. Thank you very much. Have a great week.